In this how-to series video, we will learn how Hammerspace can help us create an unlimited capacity NAS share, tier active and cold data across storage classes, resize shares on demand, and support Windows and Linux clients with NFS and SMB from a share. First, we go to the Google Marketplace and search for Hammerspace. Then we select Hammerspace and click Launch on Compute Engine. After we launch, we give our deployment a name and select which region we want to run in. Often, the defaults are a good option. Here we see in the system that we have a 200 gigabyte data disk sitting on block storage. As we will see later, this will become the volume we select for our active data. The initial deployment of Hammerspace takes about 7 to 8 minutes. When Hammerspace is up and running, we log in using our credentials, and then we will begin creating an unlimited NAS on Google Cloud. First, we select Infrastructure and Data and then Storage Systems. We click on the plus to add a Hammerspace DSX Data Services node into the cluster. To add the volume, we select a volume from the list and then click Next. This adds the DSX volume sitting on Google standard disks backed by SSDs. Now we set the policy for how capacity should be managed between hot and cold storage options. Now that our volume has been created, we will build a capacity tier using Google Cloud Storage. So again, we go back to the Storage System tab and select Add Storage System. We give the storage system a name and select Google Cloud Storage. We enter our credentials, including service account ID as well as our private keys. Finally, we select the bucket we want to use as our infinite storage capacity tier behind the file share. Now we will create the file share itself. Here we name it Big Share. We create a path and set the size to 1 petabyte, which will allow us to store 1 petabyte in the system and will also generate an alert when it's 75% full. Now setup has been completed for a 1 petabyte share. We've done it using 200 gigabytes of block storage, Google's standard disk in this case. We're using Google Cloud Storage for cold data capacity. The system is completely dynamic and can be resized at any time. We can easily add more block storage for active data performance, or we can remove capacity at any time to reduce the cost of our storage. Finally, we can add additional cloud buckets or resize the 1 petabyte share to be larger or smaller. Now we're going to generate some data using a program that we have running in the background. You can see under the used column that capacity in the system is growing. We have sped up the process for the sake of this video. When the system gets to about 190 gigabytes of data, we will see that the system automatically starts moving cold data into cloud object storage. When data is moved into object, we automatically compress and dedupe the data. As you can see here on the CLI, we continue to create data at 100 megabytes per second, even with a single DSX data mover. Once this process hits the 1 petabyte limit of our share, we will simply get a capacity error unless we decide to resize our storage. In this video, we learned how Hammerspace can help us create an unlimited file share on Google Cloud, tier data between storage classes for better economics, and support Linux and Windows apps with NFS and SMB from a share.